Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians at Cleveland Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Dave Rozema, whose record is 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA. And pitching for the Indians today is John Denny, whose record is 2-2 with a 2.20 ERA. We got back to our winning ways yesterday, beating the Indians 3-2. A decently pitched game from Bert Blyleven, gave up 7 hits and 3 walks in 6+ innings. And Eddie Murray hit his 6th home run on the season, so a big hit from him. And we ended up winning in the 8th inning. Tigers win 3-2. And we move on to today's game, the final game of the series. After today's game, we will play the day off. We'll advance the day to see if there's any trade offers or injuries before we head home and face the Blue Jays. So let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We've got Dave Rozema on the mound, coming off a decent start. The current Indians lineup is batting 182 against him. That's 127 plate appearances. That's no joke. That's a pretty damn good performance against the Indians from Dave Rozema. All of the bullpen pitchers are available today. The lineup, it's a little bit different. We're trying to work in some bench players, give some guys some rest in the third game of the series. And of course, an extra day off with tomorrow being an off day. So we're gonna have Sularz play shortstop, give Trammell the day off. Glenn Wilson in there in right field. Hojo's gonna play third today and give Hatcher a break. Greg Brock will be in at DH, and Kirk Gibson will slide to left field to give Ricky Henderson a day off. Okay, so let's go ahead and officially do the Tigers lineup rundown versus John Denny. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second and DHing today is Greg Brock. Batting third in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Eddie Murray. Batting fifth in center field is Andre Dawson. Batting sixth at third base is Howard Johnson. Batting seventh in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting eighth and catching is Lance Parrish. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Guy Sularz. Pitching for the Indians today is John Denny. We're going to get into John Denny here, do a deep dive. It's important to note that John Denny did win the Cy Young in 1983, the season we're simming right here, with these Philadelphia Phillies. He was a 29th round draft pick in 1970 out of high school for the St. Louis Cardinals. In 1976, he led the National League in ERA with a 2.52 ERA. See right there, 2.52. See it? And then in 1980, he was traded with Jerry Mumphrey to the Indians for Bobby Bonds. He was re-signed as a free agent by the Indians in 1982, and then they turned around and traded him to the Phillies. So it was kind of a sign and trade situation. They traded him to the Phillies for 3 nobodies. I could tell you who they were. You wouldn't even know who they were. And what did John Denny do? He turns around at age 30 and wins the 1983 Cy Young, going 19-6 with a 2.37 ERA. He gave up only 9 home runs that season. Excuse me. He pitched, went to the playoffs, and of course they lost to Baltimore in the World Series that year. He did pitch 6 shutout innings and a loss against the Dodgers in the ALCS, and then went 1-1 with a 3.80 ERA in the World Series. As I mentioned, losing to the Cal Ripken Jr. Baltimore Orioles. So he was out of baseball by 1986 at age 33. He finished off his career as a Cincinnati Red. winning 11 games and posting a pretty decent ERA, just over 4. And then he retired. I tried to look up and see, if it was an arm troubles or if there was some other extenuating circumstance, but there was nothing that I could find on John Denny on why he retired. He did later become a rehab coach with the Arizona Diamondbacks for 4 seasons. So that's the background history on John Denny. As I mentioned, he's 2-2 with a 2.20 ERA, 23 strikeouts in 32 innings pitched. Not much of a fastball. It's rated, fastball tops out at 87. It's rated in 86. It is his best pitch. He's got a curve and a changeup. Overall rating is an 85, and at 30 years old, he's making $1 million. Won't become a free agent until 1986. So, but this is his Cy Young Award year, and he's actually pitching about as well as you can for the Indians. Okay, there is the defensive alignment for the Indians. As I keep forgetting to mention, take a look there at Chris Bando's arm rating. He's an 81. And he does have a gold glove, the only defender on the Indians with a gold glove. Let's get today's game started. Here is Sweet Lou leading off against John Denny.
Play ball!
Lou 3 for 21 with 2 walks in his career against Denny. He goes oppo for a base hit into left field. Jerry Turner gets it back in. And that will bring up Greg Brock. We haven't seen Brock in a few games. He's batting .346 on this season. Ground ball to third. Will that be a double play? Oh, nope. Only play was to first. So Whitaker in scoring position for Gibson. Gibby 319 with a home run. He pulls it to the right side. That'll get Whitaker over at least. And Lou is 90 feet away. Here is our hero of the season so far. He's got 4 player of the game. He's leading the team for the MVP voting. Batting .412 with 6 home runs. And a base hit up the middle, and that'll drive in the first run for the Tigers. Nicely done by Murray. It's 1-0 Detroit. He is absolutely unstoppable. And Dawson strikes out. We don't usually bat Dawson in the 5 spot, but giving him a shot. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Indians. Same as the first 2 games of the series. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Kevin Rhomberg. Batting second in center field is Von Hayes. Batting third, playing first base, is Karl Pagel. Batting cleanup in right field is Dan Pasqua. Batting fifth and DHing is Tim Norrid. Batting sixth and catching is Chris Bando. Batting seventh in left field is Jerry Turner. Batting eighth at second base is Juan Bonilla. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Jerry Dybzinski. Let's take a look at Rosie. He's had 1 bad start. This is his 4th start of the year. He's 1-1 with that .386 ERA. 10 Ks in 16 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .262 against him. He gives up a lot of hits. Had it under control so far this year. Let's take a look at his log. There you go. Look at that last start against Milwaukee. No decision. Going 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. 8 Ks. That's incredible. He is a ground ball pitcher 56% of the time. His best pitch is a sinker. That's what induces those ground balls. He's got a curve. He's got a splitter. Overall rating is an 86. 26 years old, and he goes to free agency after the 1985 season. Okay. Let's take a look at the Tigers' defense. We've got Gold Glovers at first and second. Kind of deficient at third base. Hojo, not a great defensive third baseman, but he's just a rookie, so we're going to give him a shot there today and give our boy Mickey Hatcher a break. Here's Kevin Rhomberg leading off against Dave Rozema. Ground ball to Hojo, and he tosses him out, 1 down. That will bring up Von Hayes. Nickname is 5 for 1. He's traded for 5 players to the Phillies. There's a line drive into center field, 2 down. And that will bring up Karl Pagel. Pagel base hit to left field. First hit for the Indians today. Pretty decent hitter. I mean, this is a player we've never heard of. If you followed our 4 seasons of Sim, you'll know that Karl Pagel was originally a Chicago Cub and a highly touted prospect who never panned out. Pasqua grounds it to short, and Sularz takes care of business. So we go to the top of the second inning. We have Hojo, Wilson, and Parrish due up. Hojo base hit into center field. There we go. Leadoff man is on. That is the key. Hit and run situation for Glenn Wilson. Wilson looking to get his average over 200. Ground ball that gets past the third baseman. Johnson took third base. That ball was 93 feet away. So, I don't know who. Was it the outfielder that maybe picked that ball up? I don't know. First and third for Parrish. We're going to give him a chance to take a cut. He's been struggling other than those 2 home runs he hit in the 1 ball game. Gets an RBI on the ground ball to third. Could not turn 2. So 1 out for Guy Sularz. Sularz looking for his first hit on the season. He's 0 for 10. And a ground ball to third. That'll keep Wilson at second base. Sularz still searching for that hit. Back to the top of the lineup with Lou, and Lou gets a base hit into center. Glenn Wilson scores, and it's 3-0 Detroit. We are unstoppable. We've had a couple rough games with our pitchers, but all in all, I mean, our offense has been steady right from the beginning as Brock pops it up to second, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. 3-0 Detroit. It's Norrid, Bando, and Turner due up. Norrid leads off the bottom of the second with a base hit to left field. 2 hits for the Indians. Here's the game 1 hero, Chris Bando, the Bandalorian. He had a grand slam in the first inning. Here he pops it up to left. Gibby gets it back in. 1 down. Jerry Turner up next. He strikes him out. First K for Rosie. Other than a couple base hits, looks pretty good so far. Here's the light-hitting second baseman, Juan Bonilla. Ground ball to short, and that'll do it. So the leadoff man is stranded. We go to the top of the third. Kirk, Gibson coming to the plate. Gibby, Murray, Dawson are due up. And Gibby crushes it into right field. His second home run on the season. That's going to make it 4-0 Detroit. Up next is Murray, 6 for 18 with a home run against Denny. He dumps it into right center field. A little duck snort for a base hit. Murray on first. Let Dawson take a full cut. There we go. Base hit for Dawson. Murray holds at second. 3 straight hits for Detroit. First and second, nobody out. Hojo had a base hit first time up. And here he hits a ground ball to short. That could be 2. It is a double play. 6-4-3. Murray advances to third. I think I said Wilson, but I guess it was actually Hojo. Now Glenn Wilson's up. I'm hearing voices in my head. Oh, there we go. Fly ball to center. It will be caught. I thought that was going to dump into center field. Tigers get a run. It's 4-0. We go to the bottom of the third. We've got the Dibber leading off. Jerry Dybzinski batting .178 versus right-handers. Ground ball to Sularz at short. 1 down. We're back to the leadoff hitter, Kevin Rhomberg. We're going to pull the outfield in. Second time through the lineup here. Striking him out. Rosie tricking him with the sinker, even though he threw it 3 pitches in a row. 2 down for Von Hayes. Hayes hits a grounder to short, and Sularz makes an easy play of it. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Lance Parrish leading off. Parrish 4 for 22 against Denny. Line drive to left. Turner makes the play. 1 down. Okay, come on, Sularz. We're pulling for you here. Needs to get off the schneid. Flying out to right. 2 down. That's going to bring up Sweet Lou. 2-out rally. Here we go. Ground ball to short. That's it. So a 1-2-3 inning for Denny. First time the Tigers have been kept off the board. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Detroit. Karl Pagel leading off. We've got 3 lefties due up. Pagel, Pasqua, and Norrid. Rosie's just throwing the slop up there. Sidearm curve, 70 miles an hour. And Pagel pops it into foul territory where Murray makes the play. Dan Pasqua up next with the ground ball to third, and there's an error from Hojo. Hojo not doing too well defensively. Look at that. .667 percentage at third. He's made 3 errors in 3 games. He made 1 error last year in 2 starts at third base. So, Hojo may be a DH or first baseman in the future. Runner on first. Here's Tim Norrid striking out. Rosie looking good right now. He gets through the lefties, and that's going to bring up Chris Bando, who's a switch hitter, so he will buy left-handed as well. Ground ball to third. Hojo gets another shot to redeem himself, and he gets the job done. We go to the top of the 5th. We've got the Brock Ness monster up, followed by Gibby and Murray, and Brock walks. That's why he's in the number 2 spot. He may not have the speed of Henderson, but he does find a way to get on. So the leadoff man is on. Denny's at 62 pitches here in the 5th. Gibby, who went deep last at bat, pops it up here. 1 down. Eddie Murray up next. Rips it into right field. Caught by Pasqua. 2 outs for Andre Dawson. Dawson was kind of an unsung hero in yesterday's game. The game was tied at 2, and Dawson threw a base runner out at home plate. And we went on to win the ball game afterwards. So that was a big play. We don't get a lot of defensive assists. As Turner goes to left for a base hit. Only the 3rd Indians hit today. That's going to bring up Juan Bonilla. And a base hit to the left side. So this is the 5th inning, which is where Rosie does tend to fall apart a little bit. We've got all these light-hitting batters, Bonilla, Dybzinski, and Rhomberg. And I think the slap hitters are maybe better for his slow-ass fastballs. Ground ball to short. Let's turn 2. They only get the runner at second. So we will... What are we going to do here? A lot of speed. The Dibber's got good speed. Rhomberg's got good speed. So it's going to take a miracle here for a double play, especially with our left side of our infield as our backups. We're going to play back. We'll give up that run if we can get a double play possibility here. Ground ball up the middle. Sularz turns 2. And the shutout's preserved. We're going to the top of the 6th. Still 4-0 Detroit. Okay, sorry about that. I need a little bit of coffee there. Hojo leading off. Let's take a look at the in-game stats real quick. Who is the player of the game so far? Maybe Murray. I mean, I know Gibson hit that home run, but Murray's been clutch, and he's got 2 hits today. The same with Sweet Lou. Okay, Hojo leading off. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And he strikes out looking. Only the 2nd strikeout for John Denny. Here's Glenn Wilson. Ground ball to short. Dibber tosses him out. That's going to leave it up to Parrish. He's 0 for 2. He does have an RBI on a force out. And he strikes out as Denny jams him inside. A nice 1-2-3 inning there. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rosie's only at 57 pitches. Now we are getting ready to go through the lefty lineup once again here. So Rosie hasn't had too much problems so far today, but we definitely are going to keep him on a short leash. He gives up a lot of home runs. Oh, a strikeout, man. I don't know. Rosie is on fire today. There's 1 down. Von Hayes now 0 for 3. Here's Karl Pagel. He throws a fluffer up there. And Pagel hits a comebacker to Rosie, which he handles cleanly. 2 down for Dan Pasqua. Yeah, he's the professional hitter in the lineup. Base hit into right field. 2 down. The DH Tim Norrid. He hits a comebacker to Rozema. And that'll do it. Rosie looking good. We're going to keep him in there if he's going to keep throwing shutout. We're going to the top of the 7th inning. Here is Sularz. Leading off against John Denny. Come on, get down for a base hit. Oh, no. Well, he almost had a home run. Deep right center field, 338 feet. 1 down. Sweet Lou up next. Lou! Hey, right to the exact same spot. 343 feet. Let's see if Brock can put it over the fence. They're creeping ever closer. And Brock, hey, a base hit into right field. That's as good as a home run. Brock now 1 for 3 with a walk today. So here's Gibby. He had a home run. First time up. And an infield single follows Brock's base hit. 1st and 2nd. 2 down. Eddie Murray batting .472 versus right-handers. Crushing righties. Wow, that was a walk. That looked like it was right in the strike zone. But I guess the umpires got a very tight strike zone today. That's going to bring up Andre Dawson with the bases loaded. 1 swing of the bat will put this game out of reach. Dawson 1 for 3 on the day. And he pops it up on the infield, carrying to the outfield grass where Dibby makes the play. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers strand the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Here's Bandalorian leading off. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Line drive right at Whitaker. 1 out. Next up is Jerry Turner. A comebacker to Rosie. 2 down. That will bring up Juan Bonilla, looking to get a 2-out rally going. Ground ball to first. Murray steps on the bag. Rozema looking awesome. Unbelievable. We go to the top of the 8th inning. We've got Hojo, Wilson, and Parrish due up. Johnson walks. So leadoff man is on. Now, Denny is up to 116 pitches. So I think about 130 maybe will be his max. Wilson lines out to left. One down. Parrish is one of two batters that do not have a hit today. Him and Sularz. Ground ball to first. And an error by the first baseman. Wow. They are really trying to give this to us. I mean, Pagel is a poor defensive first baseman. Parrish is safe, and they're going to bring in Bobby Cuellar, who pitched yesterday and took the loss as Tigers opened up a can on him. He gave up 2 hits and a walk in 2 innings. Actually, I guess he didn't pitch that horribly, considering. But he did take the loss. And why not Guy? Guy's looking for that first hit. Oh, he's going to touch first base at least. We should pull first base out and put it in the dugout and give him a... Put it on his wall. Bases are loaded. 1 down for Sweet Lou. This could be big for Lou. It's 2 for 4 on the day. Rips it through the right side for a base hit. Everybody moves up a bag. RBI single for Lou. He's 3 for 5. 2 RBI, and he's looking like the player of the game. Tigers are up 5-0. Here's Greg Brock. Brock Ness Monster pulls it through the right side for a base hit. And again, everyone moves up a station. 6-0 Tigers. And Gibby, you know Gibby wants to go deep right now. Taking a hack, and he grounds it to second. And there's a double play. He wanted it too much. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. I feel pretty good now about Rosie continuing on. Bottom of the 8th starts with Dybzinski. Base hit to left. Okay, well, leadoff man is on. He's down 6. I can't imagine he'd be running. Although they might have the hit and run on. Ground ball to second. That's sharply hit. Flips it over to short to grab the leadoff man. So 1 down. Rhomberg on first. Now, this is a guy that I would imagine would be running. Down 6 runs. Nope. He holds on first as Von Hayes flies out to left. 2 down. That's going to bring up Karl Pagel, whose error cost him 2 runs. And he hits a comebacker to Rozema. Hell yeah, we're going to bring Rozema out for the 9th. Opportunity at a shutout. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. It's Murray, Dawson, and Johnson against Bobby Cuellar, who's given up 2 hits and a walk so far today. Murray base hit into center field. He's 3 for 4. I mean, what's the tiebreaker? I guess maybe the extra RBI gives it to Whitaker. Runner on first. Here's Andre Dawson. Dawson flips it out to right field. There's 1 down. Next up is Hojo. Hojo 1 for 3 on the day. That's his 2nd walk. First and second, 1 down. Here's Glenn Wilson. Big Willie style. Flies out to center field. Do we want to tag up? No, we don't. We're not here to rub it in. Parrish. Come on, Parrish. 0 for 4 with the ribby. And he walks. Bobby Cuellar is tired. This might be the only shot Sularz has to drive in some runs. A pitcher who's tired. Bases are loaded. It's a big at-bat for Sularz. Ground ball to short. And that'll do it. What is Sularz now on this season? 0 for 14. Ouch. Okay. So here we go. Ninth inning. Some tough batters coming up. Pasqua, Norrid, and Bando to face Rozema. Pasqua leading off, 1 for 9 in his career, and Rosie walks him. That is a bad start. We're going to guard the lines. That'll put us at double play depth. We have a couple slow base runners in Pasqua and Norrid. Line drive to left from Norrid. It's off the wall, and a run scores, and there's an error by Gibby. So our defense does come back to haunt us. And that's an unearned run. It's a switch hitter up, so we may as well let Rosie pitch to him. Okay, well, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so it just wasn't meant to be for Rozema. We're going to bring in Capizzello. We haven't seen him in a while. It's only his 6th game, but he's been pitching in long relief. He's 1-0 with a 7 in the 3rd innings pitched. He's given up 4 walks. That's not great. 4 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .276 against him. And you know the rest. He was an all-star last year. He is one of our best pitchers. And for that, he's on the trading block. Because we can't keep all of our players who are going to arbitration. He might be one I'm willing to let go. As for now, he's got to get Jerry Turner. We're going to play back. We'll give up another run to get a double play. Turner batting .200 this year versus lefties, and he strikes them out. Nicely done. Now we've got the righties coming up, so we're going to bring in Dave Smith. Dave Smith having a good year. 6th game for him. 0-0, 284 ERA. 6 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. Opponents batting .217. He's got a save. And you know the rest. Again, going to arbitration. I have a feeling we're going to keep Dave Smith for sure. Okay, double play will get us out of the inning, out of the game. It's turn 2 right here. Ground ball to second, Taylor made, and that's the ball game. Nicely done. Tigers win 6-1. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. There we go. Tigers win 6-1. No trade offers. We're going to advance one day. There we go. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. We are 15-3, 3.5 games up on the Yankees. They're having a good run. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Baltimore, 1 game over. Again, Baltimore won the World Series in '83. They're a 500 team right now, as is Cleveland. And now we're going to play Toronto, which they're not the worst hitting team. They're batting almost 300. Oh, yeah, in Exhibition Stadium, which all the left-handers just crush it in that stadium. Okay, and then California is leading the West by 3. We haven't looked at the National League in a while. San Francisco's got 4 wins finally. Dodgers are 15-4, and the Cubbies are percentage points above Montreal. Wow, that's incredible. They must be playing the Giants a lot. That's all I can think of there. Okay, let's take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Let's advance it a day. California adds to lead over the Rangers. They expanded their lead in the AL West. A 7-6 win over the Sox. Gave the Angels their 12th victory. Mike Brown saw the ball well. That's just the dumb saying. The Angels' number 2 hitter went 2 for 5 with a double, a dong, a 2-run scored, 3 batted in. Number 5 hitter Brian Harper contributed 2 hits in 4 bats. He's 7 for 13 in his last 3 games. Nice. Okay, let's take a look. Moving on. Bob Welch excels. Allows just 3 hits. It should say Welch stomps Cincinnati. You know, like grapes. Cincinnati hitters struggle all night as the Dodgers starter Bob Welch allowed only 3 hits in a 6-1 win. Same thing. Keith Moreland went 2 for 4. Jack Bercante went 2 for 4. And Lemmy Miller also went 2 for 4. Okay, let's move on. Wow, the Orioles. Traber's 4 RBIs aren't enough for the Orioles. Toronto. Oh, yeah, this was in Exhibition Stadium. I wonder how the left-handers did. Traber had 2 hits and 4 at-bats. He's a lefty, as you can see here. With a home run, that makes sense. Warren Cromartie is a lefty. He went 2 for 4 with a double. Lynn Jones is a right-hander batter. He went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. So nothing about the Tigers. Let's look at the transactions. Oh, wow. There is 5 injuries to discuss. Atlanta loses pitcher Dan O'Brien for a couple of days. He's not even in the majors. Who cares? Mark Lemongello. That's his real name, folks. He made 1 start, and he's going to be out for 6 days. And then we have Mike Davis out 2 weeks with a hand stress fracture for Oakland. He's an everyday starter for them. He's going to miss a few ball games. We have Billy Sample, pretty good hitter for Texas. I saw he was batting in the 9th spot. No home runs this year. Oh, yeah. Texas has the worst home run ratio in the American League for the 1983 season. So he's going from 16 home runs to nothing. And he's going to miss 5 days. And finally, another Texas hitter, Wayne Tollison, who's a bench guy. He's got elbow tendonitis from jerking it because he's not batting. 104 days he's going to miss. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Tigers win 6-1. Player of the game, I think it's going to be Sweet Lou because he had multiple RBI, right? Let's just double check that. Yeah, he had 2 RBI, 3 hits, 2 RBI. Scored a run, and that's going to beat out Eddie Murray today. Gibby got his 2nd home run. Good job by Gibson. Dave Rozema gets the win. Couldn't pull out the complete game. Just wasn't meant to be. He is now 2-1 on the year. Good job by the bullpen, keeping it to just a 1 run. John Denny takes the loss. He goes to 2-3 on the season. So that's going to do it. We're going to head back home and play Toronto starting tomorrow. So until then, everyone, have a great night.